All right, we're back. Welcome back to Perdido Key Gaming. Streaks. Got some play boosters here. We'll take a look. Hopefully, see what we got. Ancestral Anger, Studious First Year, Cost of Brilliance, Interjection, Deluge Virtuoso, Wilt in the Heat, Thunderdrum Soloist, Daydream, Old Growth Educator, Comforting Counsel, Sundown Pass, Angel's Grace, Wild Hypothesis, Paradox Gardens, and a Fractal Token. That's all I got in this pack. Almost hit the full money, you know? So 3 rares and mythics, which happens sometimes, and this could possibly pop open as a mythic or a rare. Fractal Token, backed by Pest. So Paradox Gardens, another entry into the land. So blue-green, and it's a Surveil land. Pay 4 and Surveil 1. It's got a different name. So the way it works is if you can have all sorts of dual lands. You can only have 4 of each, but if it's got a different name, well, you can bump them in there. But in reality, how many dual lands, some of them, especially with something like Sunspire Lynx from, oh shoot, I can't remember, enters the battlefield, drop it for 4, right? It's a red card, drop it for 4 and deals damage to each non-basic land. This is not a basic land. Be careful. Anyway, Ancestral Anger. Was that me? Must have been spitting the poor card. Ancestral Anger, sorcery, target creature gets trampled plus X plus 0, where X is 1 plus the number of cards named Anger in your graveyard. So there you go, and you draw a card for a 1-drop sorcery. Interesting. Prepared card. So it's prepared. You can cast a copy, becomes unprepared, and then you got to do something in order to prepare it again. Right? I got it right? Cost of Brilliance is a sorcery, 3-drop. Target player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life, put a +1/+1 counter on the target creature. You can do that to yourself or somebody else. In an instant 1, target creature gets +2/+2, gains first strike. Nice ha-ha card. Sorry. Instant combat trick, whatever. Virtuoso is a human wizard, 2/2 for 3. When it enters, tap target creature, opponent control, put a stun card counter on it. Nice. Opus. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, he gets +1/+1 till the end of turn. If 5 or more was spent, you get +2/+2. How about that? Wilt in the Heat, you got your cost 2 less to cast 1 or more cards left your graveyard in a white-red Boros. I can't think of something that would do that. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Wilt the Heat gives 5 damage to the target creature. If we die, exile it instead. And the soloist is Dwarf Bard with Reach, and it's got Opus as well. Daydreaming, 1-drop sorcery, exile target creature you control, return it next in the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on. You got Flashback. And the Educator's a Treefolk Druid, which you can almost see. I mean, the art is almost washed out on this. I mean, you can barely see any form in that at all. Wow, I wonder if that's a problem. Vigilance, Reach, Infusion mechanic. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it if you gain life. And Hypothesis, create a fractal. Angel's Grace for Mystical Archives card is an instant 1 split second. As long as it's on the stack, players cannot cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. So you can't lose the game this turn. Your opponents can't win the game this turn until the end of turn. Damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. So, nice lifesaver card. Sundown Pass, probably $4, right? There has been, it's not a unique name to this set. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or more lands. And the Council is an enchantment. 2, whenever you gain life, put a growth counter on this enchantment. As long as there's 5 on there, creatures you control get +3/+3. Nice. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of these. That's a little washed out in my O's. So maybe it's supposed to be that way. I don't know. Ask the artist. Newt, Banemaker, Rapier Wit Painter, Strife Scholar, Wilt in the Heat again, Tome Keeper, Necro Scribe, Pest, Rude Sloth, Colossus of the Blood Age, which was another one from the original Strixhaven, the Inkwright, for a rare, Deduce, Stand Up for Yourself, and a Swamp. Very nice. Elemental. Yeah, Strixhaven has the 5 schools. The original ones, rumor has it, was going to be some sort of Harry Potter knockoff. Not knockoff, but a Universes Beyond type thing. And something happened, and they didn't get it, and it became its own thing. And they didn't get sued because there's a 5 school thing. So, Silver Quill Charm. Planar Engineering, sacrifice 2 lands, search your library for 4 basic cards, put them on the battlefield tab, then shuffle. Ooh. Zombify. Don't wander off. Exile target creature. Fields the Strife. That's another, I think, unique to this set. You absolutely positively have to have cards to surveil. Every time you surveil something, Terramorphic Expanse, Osteomancer, Acolyte, Ink Mage, Ink Shape Demonstrator, Scolding Administrators. See, there's another one where the art looks kind of Muse Seeker, Defy and the Tempest, Bard Sorcerer, must be a band, Jadzi, Steward of Fate, Shared Roots, it's a lesson card, Rapier Wit Island, Inkling. I've got no. All right, let's hurry this up here. Rouser, Hypothesis, Procrastinate, Tidal Mage, Pest, Paint Mage, Stone Glider, Dissection Practice, Fix What's Broken, Disdainful Stroke, Foily Royal Treatment. And last but not least, prepared glass right, Scatter, Essence Scatter. All right, it's back. Eater, Missionary's Dance, Potioner's Trove, Leech Collector, Stress Dream, Infirmary Healer, Strife Knight, Slumbering Trudge, Repel Calamity is back, and a Foily Sky Coach Conductor, Foily Plains, and it's either prepared or it's not. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you at the next school.